Welcome to Words of Torah. I'm Rabbi Johanna Hershenson. This week we enter into the portion called Vayeshev. We meet the young Joseph, the favorite son of Jacob, whom Jacob gifts with the coat of many colors, and whose brothers hate him, and in the end even his parents get angry with him. If we remember, Joseph is a dreamer. And Joseph, in his young and arrogant way, shares his dreams with his brothers and his parents. First with his brothers that their sheaves of wheat will bow down to his, and then with his parents that the stars and the moon and the sun should bow down. Joseph, as a teenager, has surely visions of grandeur, and he shares them openly, and the consequences aren't great for him. His brothers really can't stand him. His father, who loves him dearly, also gets annoyed, and his brothers kidnap him and sell him into slavery. And in his first position as a slave in the home of Potiphar, he then finds himself in prison. And in prison, you got to figure he's feeling somewhat damaged or humbled by his experience. The issues of dreams comes up, and instead of it being his own dream, Joseph interprets the dream for the cupbearer and the baker. And of course, the baker's dream indicates that he will be executed, and he is, and the cupbearer's dream indicates that he'll be returned to the palace of Pharaoh, and he is returned, and the portion ends, the cupbearer forgets about Joseph. Joseph is in a low point. And what I'm thinking about this week, following an election, continuing to follow the court cases, and the arguments against accepting the results of the election, watching the runoff in Georgia, and I can't help but be taken by the visions of grandeur that some of our leaders and politicians exhibit, and in return, the consequence of really being despised by the other. And I wonder if part of the lesson this week that Joseph needs to learn, and maybe that we could learn, is to filter our dreams of our own grandeur, and maybe take some insight, glean some insight from them, but to remember that we are but one among a species of billions, and our time on the planet is short, and the planet's time in the universe is probably short as well. Perspective is always important, and humility is an extremely important filter if we are to function well in relationship with one another. So there it is, Vayeshev, and a lesson that maybe could inspire some continued thought. I look forward to seeing you next week.